I took the top off this 1990 Chevy Cavalier and installed it on an old-school box Chevy. Only a handful of these cars have been converted in the whole world, so stick around and watch me put some of the finishing touches on the convertible top. If you would like to help support the channel and want people at the auto parts store to say cool shirt, hit us up at One Man Customs on Instagram to purchase one.
All right, so momentum is definitely starting to build up right here. Gotta just tape this up so I can be able to put the header back on it, the bow. I don't want to risk just laying it on there and scratching it up, so I'm just gonna put like 3 or 4 layers of this tape on there. So on these pieces, you do have to trim a little bit off the back end off of them just to make sure that the fitment is correct. You can see right there that little piece where the screw went through, that was trimmed off about 1/2 inch. And you do got to make sure that you do take these off of your donor car. These are off of those early 90s, late 80s Chevy Cavalier, Pontiac Sunbird. Hitting that accessory, up we go. So I gotta finish fixing that bowl still because it cracked on me the last time, and like I said, I'm not a professional welder, especially when it comes to aluminum. That stuff even gets harder. Just doing some last final fitments before I go ahead and weld this thing together. So I'm gonna go ahead and pop this off because I want to take off the whole convertible rack so I can go ahead and clean it up and paint it. So I'm going to be using these aluminum brazing rods. I saw this on YouTube. Wasn't too sure if it was going to work or not, but I figured I'd give it a try. I'm not going to go spend thousands of dollars on a special aluminum welding machine. Now I will say this, do not try any of this at home. I am not a professional. This is not even really like an instruction or how-to video. This is me with a camera, like I've always said. All right, so now I'm just gonna be laying down this 1/8 by 1 inch wide, and I'm not sure. I think it was like 4 feet long. The piece that I got over here at Home Depot. And I'm just gonna be adding these for stability. So pretty much, it's already the weld ended up working out pretty good. Not as, it's not the best thing out there. If you definitely know somebody that can weld aluminum, I would get them to do it. But it worked out perfect to the point where it's gonna hold enough. And I put this, like I said, this bar across, which is gonna reinforce it pretty good. All right, so now it's just time to start taking it all apart piece by piece and start cleaning it up, throw some paint on there. Now I'm gonna be throwing some black Rust-Oleum on there because, like I said, this car is just gonna be a cruiser. Even though I've been putting so much work to it, I don't want it to be stressful to drive this car. I just want to be able to jump on it and go. And now that I'm gonna have these quarter side panels off, I think I might as well just throw some woodwork on there, throw some cool designs before I put on the 6x9. And I know I'm kind of jumping back and forth with this car, like doing this, working on that. But I had to jump back on this convertible top part because every time I would get in contact with somebody to put the material on there, it was always kind of a hassle because I'd be all pumped up about it and I'm asking questions and you know what they're going to say, bring the car so I could see it. And I know I can't take it to them if it's not complete. So I had to just finish this, complete it. That way I could just start making phone calls because I don't even know who's going to do the top yet. So if anybody out there in the Central California area or Southern California area knows of people that could do this custom top, because they don't sell a kit for it. So somebody's gonna have to, pretty much know how to make a convertible top out of scratch. So just to give you guys a closer look, this is 1 inch channel. This rear piece is also 1 inch C channel, and I did it with 2 pieces, just put them together and I welded them right in the middle. Now the cylinder ram has 2 bolts at the bottom, and then there's just this one, I guess it's just like a pin, and it's got another cotter pin that holds it. Pop that back out and put it back where it goes. Alright, so everything has been painted and has been sitting around for 4 days, so I know it's cured and it's time to be put back on. Oh.
No way!
It was that stupid thing right here. All right, so I had to get over it. Had to take a little breather. Stuff's always gonna happen. You know, it is what it is. We just got to move forward. All because of this right here. This damn piece, man. That's it. I'm done with this. Calm down. Woosa. Woos fraba. So I'm gonna end up putting these hoses on for now. They're not the ones that are gonna go there, but I'm just installing them now because that piece of the rack, that last piece, every time the convertible top comes down, it continue to grab the fittings, and I don't want them to get ruined. So therefore, just by putting these hoses on right here, it's just gonna kind of just have a little support where that bar could land without, grabbing onto anything or ripping it off. Well, I mean, it won't rip them off, but it'll definitely damage the threads. And I know I've already done a couple of videos about the convertible top and the conversion, but I'm hoping that like just having footage of what I'm doing right now will help out someone, in case they're like, oh man, I needed to look at this part or can I see this? Hopefully they could just look through here and kind of just pause, zoom in to whatever it is they need to see. So now I'm just going to be attaching a piece of rope on that back piece just to kind of keep it more or less where I want it at. And that way, whenever I do take it to the upholstery guy, he'll know that that's kind of where it needs to be. Not sure what they're going to do, like in between these channels right here. On the original top, I believe it had, if I'm not mistaken, it was like some rubber that was glued on there. That way they could staple certain things to it. But that doesn't have it. I might have to, once I talk to them, if they need me to install those, I'll go ahead and figure something out, or if they do it themselves. So at this point, the top is done, and the next stage for that would just be somebody putting the top on. And like I said, they have to kind of create it because there isn't a kit that you could just buy to install. If there was, I would just buy it and install it myself, but they have to just kind of make it themselves. And honestly, I'm not a picky guy. I want to say that about 95 or 98% of the time, the top is going to be down. You know, I built a convertible to roll with the top down. The top's probably just going to be up, like if I need to trailer it or whatever, or if I pull up somewhere and I want to just like show that it is functional. But I mean, I'm not really a show off, so probably wouldn't even do that. So most of the time, the top's just going to be down. And then, obviously, like whenever I'm at shows, I'm probably going to crack it up halfways or something. And that's it. That's a wrap. I mean, came out nice and clean. For doing it myself, I think it's pretty good. And I wasn't lying at the beginning when I said there's only a handful of these cars in the world. These cars didn't come that way. So, I mean, I'm not the only one, but there isn't very many of them. All right, folks. Well, thanks for watching. Please like, share, subscribe, and we'll catch you on the next one.